Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in today for my Saturday show. I am Todd Standing, and I decided to change it up a little bit this week. Normally, I have my nice little video productions of the art of Sasquatch and tracking and all that kind of stuff, questions from the cooperation. This week, I'm going to do something very different, and I'm really excited about it. It's an interview with one of my many expeditioners. He's on the phone with me right now. Say hello, Stefan.
Good afternoon, people. On Todd's show.
So Stefan has been out with me twice. He's from the very first set of expeditions I've ever done, and then of course he came back. I've got like a 90% return rate with expeditioners, and and to me, what's important about this and what's important about taking Survivor Man out and people like Stefan and Jeff Meldrum is we're really a boots on the ground. Don't take my word for it. Come out with me and I'll show you. And some expeditioners have had really tremendous success, and Stefan is one of those people. And he was actually it's funny because I guess not a lot of people know this, but I'm going through quite a bit of turmoil in my life right now. It's funny because it's like the expeditioners and people that I've made friends with in the Sasquatch community, or not the no not the Sasquatch community. There's no Sasquatch community, but the people that I've met through my Sasquatch research have become really like my best friends and my best colleagues, and that actually makes sense to me because we bleed together, don't we, Stefan? Like it's no cakewalk, is it?
Oh, heck no. You definitely got some blood, sweat, and tears going on there.
Like, we're out there with the black bears and the mountain lions and the grizzly bears, and there's wolves and deers and all these animals running around. And when you get boots on the ground and you get out there, and when Sasquatch come around, like what has happened with Stefan, especially, he just had a very cool experience. And but I'm gonna let Stefan take over for a bit. So I'll ask you some questions as we're going along, Stefan. But tell us a little bit about yourself and well, I'll tell you, Stefan is one of those athletes. You're half black, is it, Stefan?
That's correct.
Yeah. So I guess that doesn't really matter, but he's a tall guy. He's a martial arts instructor, very fit, very strong, and still we tested his mettle with on Stefan's expedition. It was little Andy from Alabama, who I can't say enough good things about, who was like he doesn't tell us because Andy from Alabama is really quiet, except when he says something, my God, you listen because it's always something amazing and profound. What a wonderful man he is. And a lady from Edmonton, Alberta named Wendy, who was like smoking cigars and hiking her well, she was only with us half the time, right, Stefan?
That's correct.
Yeah, but man,
And
could she go. Whew, she was tough.
oh boy, she never stopped to take a breath once.
Yeah, she was tough. Like old school tough hiking, like it was amazing. But anyways, so I have some news that I want to talk to Stefan about too, and I want to make this public. Stefan, I consider you a very well trained guy, and I have a lot of faith in your abilities and what you can do. I'd like you to. Are you going to try to get a gun license this year? Is that something on your agenda?
I've already got it.
You've got a gun
I passed.
license.
Well, I passed and I submitted my application,
Oh, okay.
um, my FAC unrestricted license. I
Okay.
passed the course,
Okay.
got it all,
Okay.
and I've submitted it. And I should have it back by August the 1st.
Okay. So if you have a gun license and you're ready and willing, I am actually Um, I'm you're trained well enough. I have enough faith in you that if you really want to take some big risks this year, as in go up where Survivor Man, from the top of the head of a Sasquatch, the holy, holy place, that I've talked about in Survivor Man Bigfoot episodes. I'll go up there and drop you in places if you want. Like it's a matter of, since radium is on the agenda and I know what you can handle. I know you're a tough dude. Pretty much I will allow you. There's like 5 people. I've got Army Rangers and the firefighter and all these cool guys that are tough as hell, and all of them. And I don't know how you feel about it, but are ready to go up and go by themselves and go on a journey all on their own. And if you want to take it to that kind of level, my friend, if you really want to like that's what you need to do to really kill it, is to get out there by yourself, survive. Well, and it's not about survival. I'm going to give you water. I'm going to give you food. I'm going to give you whatever you need. You should be armed with a weapon and bear spray and bear bangers. I'll give you all those tools, even a sat phone if you have an emergency, and I'll know where you are. But if whatever commitment you're willing to make this year, whatever you do, you're trained enough, you're skilled enough, and I trust you that I am actually ready to just let you go do the bleeding, hardest, toughest, craziest stuff. And when you take that risk, the highest risk yields the highest reward. And whatever you want this year, it's all yours, my friend. Third year out, you know, it'll be, you spent 2 full weeks with me. You're very well trained, and a week with me is tough. It's not easy, and you learn.
It's tough.
You know,
It's tough.
you're telling me stuff after. Hey, look, these deer are doing this and they're doing that, and that must be a creek. And you go, there's a creek. It's because you learn. Like you have a degree of skill now that's quite exceptional because you love it and because you're passionate about it. And yeah, so you're one of the elite people that actually, and I'd be excited to go drop you guys in the craziest bat crap, crazy nut spots, you know, and you know, see what happens and let you have the journey of sleeping I know you kind of wanted that too, right? To go, you know, get in the bush and lay down on the rocks, and I'll put you on the cliff where Survivor Man filmed the top of the head of a Sasquatch. The only other person that's ever spent the night out there in that particular spot is Survivor Man, ever, except me. And that's what a Sasquatch sat on him up there. So it's in his
Wow.
show, and they've sat on me up there. It's crazy up there, the things they'll do. And you're alone. They'll own you from all the angles they have. I mean, that's where a Sasquatch rock knocked to him, and we found a track. And then the year after, he came back. Apples got taken twice, and he filmed the top of the head of one. It's holy ground up there. I had my spiritual animal ritual done there, and I'm telling you this because I've built such a relationship with you that man, the crazy stuff you've done, bringing out, oh man, the stuff you've done. Like I can't even talk about some of the stuff you've done. I'll probably get in trouble. You know, I'm biting my tongue. Don't say that. Don't say that. But you know, you've taken big risks because you want this. And so this year, you know, we'll figure out a date and stuff. And I'm going to tell you, man, it's crazy. And I don't think, you know, it's going to be hard. You're going to, you know, who knows what the weather's going to be like. It's terrifying. If the Sasquatch come around you at night like that, your metal is going to be put right. You'd probably break. I don't know. It's the craziest stuff. Infrasound will hit you if they want, you know, the stuff you would go through. And even the abandonment that everybody, I think, experiences after the second day alone. You get panicky. You get scared. I do. Survivor Man tells me about it, you know. But if you can get past that first day or two, those first couple nights, and do maybe even 3, maybe 4 nights, I don't know what you're capable of. You just call me and I'll come get you, right?
Okay.
But you know, it's if you wanna, hell, you're up for 7 days. Survivor Man did, you know, 2 days by himself. I've done, my record is 6 up there. You know, if you wanted to go for 6 days, man, I'll drop your butt off. See you when you're ready to come down. You know, after 2 or 3 days, a serenity hits you, and everything changes.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And
That'd be awesome.
it's up on top
Thank
of
you,
a
sir.
mountain with the most incredible views and the berries and the land. And you will hike around a bit. You check it out. There's no limits to what you can do. There's a spot I told Survivor Man I wasn't willing to go up past, and he went up past there. And what did he discover? It's a whole other area and a whole other area. You get right to the very top, and you realize there's a whole other chain of mountains over there. You know?
Oh,
So,
beautiful.
yeah, just hike
Thank you,
around,
sir.
be safe.
Thank you.
You got your gun license,
Done.
which is great. And, you know, man, I'm scared for you. I'm telling you, don't do it. It's terrifying. People talk. Everybody's got these little droplets of water coming out of their mouth. They're talking. Actions speak oceans. And to get out there and do that and not quit, I mean, you're basically on an episode of Survivor Man almost.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Awesome.
You'll have food and stuff, but you know, it's just being out there by yourself, and things have changed. You're from Toronto is like the 3rd largest freaking city in the whole continent. It's New York, Los Angeles, Toronto. People don't realize that city is enormous. It's gigantic.
5.5 million people.
Yeah, it's crazy huge, right? So
yeah, and we're all shoulder to shoulder.
to leave that and to go into nothingness, serenity, wilderness, backcountry. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'll let you do it, but I'm telling you as a friend, don't do it. So it'll change you, and it's yeah, it's a lot. So you can always tap when you're up there. You know about our little martial arts hold. There's a tap.
Yeah.
You know,
that's cool. As long as I can tap out, and you know, I'm good. You know, I want to try it.
Yeah.
In fact, last time we rode it, I don't want to say where we were. You've already said so, right? Nordegg.
Yeah, the Nordic area. Yeah.
Okay, you already said. I didn't want to give it away in case it was not for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
But we rode the last. Remember, we were looking at a cliff off in a distance.
Yeah.
You were telling a story about that.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to go there. The deer
Yeah.
turned and stopped to me, and everything for the first time. Remember
Yeah.
that black bear came by us in the bush,
Yeah.
and you didn't budge. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
You made us all stand still. But
Yeah.
anyway, I said, let's go to that spot.
Yeah.
The air came out of you all of a sudden, and
Yeah.
you're like, no, we don't want to go there. I'm like, yeah, let's go there. Spend a
Yeah.
night there.
Yeah.
And so very interested.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. That would have been a very, yeah, that was some tough stuff. There's a lot going on here that we're not telling people about.
Of course.
But it's just this crazy, like next level that it's no joke, man. People,
No.
I've taken out guys that are allegedly Bigfoot researchers and these top guys that are all talking, and then I hit the, boots on the ground. I go, okay, boys, let's go. We'll be back in 5 days. And they go, you're serious? And I'm like, yeah, that's what the whole plan was, right? And they do not do it. Like, man, you will be hunted, I guarantee it, by mountain lions and black bears, and if not a grizzly bear. Like it'll be, they come around and it's taxing, and even beyond that, the loneliness, the serenity. I mean, no electromagnetic fields around you, no wiring. It's just nature under your toes, and get barefoot and raw and drink from the rivers, and eat the berries. And man, it's like even the foods that I'll give you, like you're gonna be all natural, man. You're gonna be eating like the lamnus bread of elves and clean, like your whole body you just have to be spiritually just rich from head to toe, cleanse. Like, because if you're toxic, it's sweating out of your pores. I've seen the Sasquatch stay away from people that are toxic because of their smell. Even this might sound strange, but I'm certain Sasquatch are, smelling your urine, smelling your scat. I know it sounds twisted and weird, but it's just they want to know everything about that individual. And if you're toxic and poisonous, how can you respect that? I don't know. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but if you're toxic and poison, how can you even think right? You have high blood pressure and you eat terrible food. They're going to pick up. You're weak. You're untrustworthy. You're twitchy. There's something wrong with that. You're sick, and that's not what they're interested in. If you're going to go out there, they're the greatest strength in the world, the greatest trackers, the greatest force that's ever lived in nature, in my opinion. And spiritually and connected, and if you're going to go try to match up with that, if you want you have to be at a high level student to get a teacher like that. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
To get a great teacher, you have to be an amazing student, and you have to be at the absolute pinnacle of your life. So if you're going to do that, I'm going to have a diet for you the week before. You're going to cleanse, man. Like you're going to be clean, like nobody's clean.
Just remember, I am vegetarian.
I know.
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, cool. Absolutely, and that helps you actually. I think you have an extra amazing clean diet already and the way you eat. So, and when I bring people out, it's super good food, super clean diet.
Oh yeah, no, it's the food is always top notch.
Yeah,
when we go out.
Yeah, so.
Right? But again, it has to be after hiking, for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Bushwhacking for 8 hours.
The Sasquatch diet.
Yeah, that's exactly living off nuts and berries all day.
Yeah.
By the time we get home, you want something.
Yeah, you're hungry. So
you're hungry.
Yeah, and when you're up there though, and even the level that this is at, Stefan, it's just. I know you're going to be ready. I know you can handle it, but as a friend, I'm afraid for you. I'm like, man, what I have to do with this guy and what I'm going to show him and what he's going to go through. And you're one of many people. I think there's going to be as of you in. I knew I was going to tell you this and you were going to be in. I wanted to save this for the show, but you're number 5. I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't have confidence. And also, it's important to me too that you guys are my friends. You guys are like blood brothers with me. If you guys ever got injured, man, I would be it'd be horrible. It'd be just, forget about the legalities and all that kind of crap. It would just damage me morally so badly to go have to have one of you guys get injured and something bad to happen. So it's very hard for me to take my brothers and put them out there, brothers and sisters, and put them out there, people that I care so much about. It's very hard for me. So we're going to make sure that all the safety implementations are taken. Spiritually, you got to be on par with your whole heart and soul. You can't be out there wavering. If you got a horrible stress in your life, and you're going to waver and make mistakes, you have to be like, this is the Olympics, man. This is the pinnacle of it all. This is the toughest of the tough, the best of the best. Survivor Man went out there. That's the man I trusted. And I'll tell you, Survivor Man, it doesn't get like that guy he's legit. And I trusted him out there. So you guys, are at that level, and guys and gal. So yeah, if you're ready to do it, man.
If Survivor Man went there, I want
Yeah,
to go. That would be,
yeah,
listen, I've seen evidence of where that guy slept all
mm,
night.
yeah.
Remember, he slept in between the triangle of death.
Yes, he did. That's where
So
he did.
he,
Isn't that
that's
funny?
right.
I
Yeah,
took
I
him to the
know.
scariest, worst place in the whole world, low ground, triangle of death, grizzly bears, everything, the horriblest crap. And I go, yeah, sleep here. He's like, okay. And he did it.
I know.
You know, amazing,
uh,
tough dude.
so,
So,
so I'm down. You know, I'm down with that.
well, I'm gonna try to talk you out of it. That's my goal, is to talk you out of it. So I just don't
Please
want to.
try.
I'm going to try. I got to be real. You know, I got to be
Of
really,
course, of
really
course.
real, because it scares me. Because what I put myself up through there and the stuff that I went through up there, um, is life changing. It's a whole other level. You know, there's rituals that we'll do with ceremonies that even Survivor Man and Native
Awesome.
people have taught me that I just don't do, because it's such a, like, there's just so much that'll be going on, and at the same time, though, I have to admit, man, I'd be so proud to have all these other people getting this experience and seeing what's happening. So that's the spot, Stefan. You've heard me talk about the old male who approached me.
Yes.
That's where it happened. And I made the mistake of reaching for the camera. Just so we're clear, so I'll tell this event that happened with me. Was I was up there for many days, and I just forgot about the whole world, forgot about everything, and I was just enjoying the beauty of that crazy mountain view with nature. And this salt and pepper older sort of looking Sasquatch was like crouching and moving towards me, and I was having the most incredible Sasquatch experience ever. Like, something major was going to happen, and it was blowing my mind the way he was just kind of fake foraging, moving towards me, squatting down, moving, squatting down, kind of looking at me. That I'd never seen a Sasquatch in tranquility and serenity like that. There was something happening, even energy wise. It was changing me. And but then I made one of the biggest mistakes of my whole life that just I seriously regret, is I thought, man, I got to share this with the world. I got to let the world know, because I've never. This is so amazing. And as soon as I started thinking like that, I saw him get, feeling negative, and started, grunting and banging things and throwing things around. He started acting differently, and I thought, well, there's no way he's feeling my energy change, and he was. And then I started reaching for that camera, man. And as soon as I did that, he got up and had almost like a hissy fit, banged a tree, and stomped off in the wilderness. And I've so regretted that,
Oh,
because my energy changed, and because I was about getting the footage and maybe showing the world or getting evidence. And the energy, that's not what got me there. What got me there was serenity and calm. And I'm telling you, I think something so amazing was going to happen that day. I think he was going to take me somewhere. I felt like other Sasquatch were going to come out, and maybe the troop would have surrounded me. Like the things that have gone through my head of what I lost that day, it's just been, it's a nightmare of a mistake. But that's where it happened. It
oh,
was right there in that spot, a spot where I had a spiritual animal ritual performed on me, a spot where Survivor Man held all those incredible things happen. And there was a lot. Survivor Man, man, when what you saw on camera was half of what happened. If it's
of
not on
course.
camera, he can't talk about it because it's not real. And you
That's
can,
right.
so there's so much happened up there. And it's a wonderful, wonderful spot. And I have a couple other spots that I'm very attracted to as well, that I've never been to before. Maybe you'll be on one side of the mountain and I'll be on the other side of the mountain, 6 miles away, looking at you from another peak, seeing what happens there. So there's new things I want to try and go to. And so
Oh,
there'd be
that's lovely.
a lot we have to talk about. Do you want to go to the same old spot, or do you want to try, the hot new thing? And so I don't know. See, you do things with your heart. Like, you saw those Sasquatch because you were doing your own thing, and you were, look, dude, there's 360 degrees, you know, on the flat ground, never mind up and down where you could be looking, and you kept looking in the right spots. There's something to be said about that. That's not that's not luck. There is no, that has nothing to do with luck. The way you kept doing the right thing, looking in the right spot at the right time, over and over. So you might not know this, but the things that you've experienced, dude, it's impossible to have had happen without some sort of connectivity in some way, without feeling something. You should have never have been looking in those spots. I didn't tell you to look
No.
there. There's no reason for you to be looking in those spots, and you were immensely attracted. You had to look over there, and you thought it was the tree. And I even tell you that tree is nothing. No, I have to look over there. That tree is something. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm a wilderness expert. That tree means nothing. And you look over there, you're right, the tree means nothing, but what about that Sasquatch right underneath it? How does that mean? bitch.
That's right.
Right? I guess it means something. You really see the Sasquatch there for real? I'm like, no. And then Daniel, yeah, the one right there, like that. What about the one on the right? Yeah, on the right below that. Holy crap, these guys. Right? Like, who's the Bigfoot? Who's the leading of this expedition here? I didn't feel nothing. I mean, I was feeling the tracks and the breaks and stuff, but I felt like I was so inundated with all the excitement. It's overwhelming to me, and you guys didn't let it get to you. Just stayed focused, and that sighting, that whole area, that's entirely because of your feelings and because of, and you understand the wilderness, right? What the hell were you doing looking over there? There was nothing like that.
There's nothing,
you know,
but something was just drawing our attention.
Your attention, yes.
You know, and I do also think it's before that, you know, again, I'm out there, I'm that arrow. You know, I had one target. I'm pretty much focused to look around, but when you're out there, you have to look around. You have to make sure we're okay.
Yeah, it's hard. You're right.
You know,
you're right.
So it's just different. You know, if you're out there alone, you would have seen all that. But again,
maybe
it's like tracking. There's a few signs and a few things that just draw you to a certain area.
Yeah.
You know, like you always say that, you know, the one track, you always predict what's seeing one track, you can predict what's coming.
Yeah.
We were there. It was just there was just too much evidence.
Yeah.
Too much unknown.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that one section of tree, whatever, was just different than everything else.
Mm-hmm.
It was totally different. It was just standing out. We didn't know why.
There was nothing. That was natural. No, there was nothing, dude. Yeah. To this day, I'm telling you, that tree was completely natural. There was nothing special about that. I've seen it 1,000 times. Nope. It wasn't the tree that attracted you to look there. It was something else that cued you. And that's why I was really pissed off about it. I was like, you guys are dumbasses, a bunch of rookies. There's nothing. That tree is totally not unique. There's nothing special about it except the Sasquatch underneath it that wasn't even there. You couldn't have seen that until you pulled out your binoculars. You could. That little black speck is a shadow. It means nothing. And then boom, Sasquatch. Yeah. What? And without the zoom, without looking through your binoculars, and people have to know, like, you'd been out with 3 days, you'd never pulled your damn binoculars out once.
No, I hadn't.
At base camp, yes, but not when we were hiking around. That was the only time you pulled out your binoculars, and there was no reason to do that. People have to understand how profound that is. You know, there was no reason. And boom. Oh, and by the way, the first time I pulled out my binoculars to look at nothing that shows nothing, oh, there's a Sasquatch standing over there. 2 of them. Boom. Have a good day. Substantiated with tracks and breaks and all the other evidence. Substantiated by another eyewitness that was not me, that Daniel saw. And Daniel's substantiating it by saying, the one on the left's big, right? Well, do you see the small one on the right? Yeah, below that blah, blah tree. And you guys are, like, that is substantiation. You guys are looking, 200 yards away? And you're saying, look to the right of the big one, and boom, what do you see? I see a little one. Yeah, under that other tree that looks like this, and you're identifying. Yeah, you're clearly seeing the same thing. You can't fake that. So there's 2 individuals seeing the same thing, and you go over there, and then clearly little tracks where you saw the little one, big tracks where you saw the big one. Like that's right. That's beyond a fact. That is absolute truth, and all of it cued by somebody who, for no reason. All this adds up to the people that are out there thinking this is a plan or some kind of hoax. You're off your freaking rocker, man.
We went to an area that you had never been before.
Sure.
That we weren't going to go.
Yeah.
Remember, it was actually the one person who found that we haven't talked about yet. Remember, I think it was Dakin.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Dakin who found that one area?
That's right.
Then,
That's right.
He couldn't make it back the next day because he had hiked quite a bit the first day. Mm-hmm. He needed a day off.
Yeah.
So we'd gone back ourselves next day.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just weird that one person pointed it out, and 3 of us go back.
Yeah.
And again, we take a totally different route than everybody else would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
There's no way this can be. Nothing. There's no way this could be hoax. And then even the tracks from a super heavy beam. Like, we're walking on the ground, and our tracks were, honestly, like, you know, with my backpack on, I'm maybe 280 with a 40-pound backpack, and I couldn't even. I wasn't 1/3 the depth, and my feet are smaller, so that my weight will compress deeper. A larger foot is compressed down 3 times deeper. That we couldn't even. I didn't even know there was water down there, and that track was compressed down to the water, filling it in. You know, it's like all these factors. Like, I'm telling you, people, anybody listening, there's no, it's real. The Sasquatch are out there. We're going on an expedition. We're live interacting with them. It is amazing what's going on here. And this is the Discovering Bigfoot Research Center is coming, and we're going to keep growing and expanding. And you heard Stephanie's going to go out and do what Survivor Man did. It's crazy stuff. And even I have people that are not doing it this year, they want to do it next year, and they're getting in shape. And to imagine that I'm inspiring somebody to get fitter and stronger at the age of, this one gentleman's 52, and he's going to be in the best shape of his life because he wants to go up there in 2 years. To inspire someone to eat healthy and take care of themselves like that and become spiritually cleaner too, to clean themselves up and, physically and emotionally and spiritually, to come do this it's a miracle. I think all this stuff, the species is a miracle. What's happening is a miracle. And if you think there's something contrived, you're crazy. If you think that Stefan saw a bear and left Bigfoot tracks on the ground, walking in a straight line, being that weight, you know what, Stefan? You are crazy. 99.5%? What's the matter with
I know.
That should be 99.999999999. I'll have to get you humped out here or something. And believe me, you don't want that.
No.
Well, I'm worried about you with that female Sasquatch, dude. You're like, she's watching me. Like, what are you talking about?
Sunshine.
Oh, my God.
Sunshine was courting me, man.
And what's weird is the Army Ranger colleague of mine, Jonathan, he was saying the same things. He left flowers for her. He's like, she's out there. She's my girl. And you guys have never met. You don't know anything about each other. And you're like, my girl's out there watching. Oh, I could feel it. And it's kind of like, I'm thinking you guys are crazy, which is crazy because I think I know Sasquatch are real. But that's what I love too, is you guys push me. You put me in an uncomfortable spot where you're like, she's beautiful. And you're all, wondering, she's my girlfriend. I'm like, settle down. You can't be saying stuff like that. But you guys are, because it's love, right?
You don't want that. You don't want her husband with that 18-inch footprint coming around.
17, only 17. Let's not go 18.
Sorry, 17. That's right.
Yeah.
You don't want him coming around. Let us all know that. No.
Well, maybe that's his daughter, though, right? Maybe it is okay. I don't know, but I don't want to be there for that. Keep me out of it.
No, shotgun wedding.
Yeah. You're a happily married man. Chill out.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
This one last thing is that, it's funny. We had this conversation before, but, I almost want to say it again, is that, some of my friends, not too many that I tell this story to, because, I don't look at anything like quack.
Yeah.
And I tell them that, come on out. Join me. Come on out. Don't question until you get off your ass and come out there.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing I always get is, that's one of Todd's native friends out in the bush in a monkey suit just scaring you. A lot of people can say to me that make me say, you know what, maybe you're right with certain skepticism. One person said, could a Bigfoot footprint be a bear's foot, back to back or front to foot?
Only to a rookie.
Together. Right?
I'm
like, okay. You know what? I can see that, what you're thinking. But for someone to say there's somebody, 6 hours to the next closest human being running around in a monkey suit, first off, I don't know how many friends, I don't know if you do, who are 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they can hide it by
8 feet.
Or something.
8.5. Holy crap. Stingray was huge, man. He was 8.5 feet, maybe 9. Yeah, he's a beast.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. But on top of that, who that dumb to go in the middle of the night, in the middle of the bush, a monkey suit, to scare people who are walking around with loaded shotguns?
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah. Well, I remember you told me, because you went home and you had to process it. I remember you getting back to me. I love that, because it really is, when you realize this species is real, and you can't just accept it. You got to go let it sink in. It takes time. And when you called me, I don't know, maybe a month later, and you're like, Todd, if you had a guy out there in the bush that scared me, whatever you're paying him, it's not enough. It's not enough, because he could have had lead in him, and you almost let that thing go, man. You were like, your finger was right by the trigger, and you were like bending that. The rifle was like under pressure from being bent. You were squeezing it so hard. Hell, you could have squeezed the bottom of the gun and the trigger pop. It's like that little hair. Man, you were like tense.
All I know is that if you didn't keep saying to us over and over and over again for the 5 or 6 hour car ride that we were on, if you didn't keep saying over and over and over again, you see a Sasquatch, don't point the gun at us.
Yes,
whatever you do.
We'll die.
I'm sitting in the car back there giggling, going, no Sasquatch over here.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And he kept saying, look, the natives call them and say, take your last breath. Because if you ever raise a gun to it, take your last breath.
You'll die that fast. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, as soon as I heard that growl, I didn't know what it was. I was like, okay, do I raise the gun because it's a wolf about to jump on me, or a mountain lion about to jump on me, or a grizzly about to jump on me?
Yeah.
Do I raise the gun and get ready? but if it's a Sasquatch, then this is my last breath. And she's obviously pissed at me,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. Well, and after that was only after maybe 3 days out there. I mean, you've learned so much since then that you would handle the situation better. You can only learn so much in a short period of time. But yeah, you did right. You did the right thing, and I'm so proud of you guys.
If it happens again, I would have sat down and just chilled out.
Yeah, you would.
See what
I know
happens.
you would. I know you would.
Yeah.
You'd put that light down and you'd chill out and
Yeah.
I'd call over, "What's up, Stefan?" You'd probably say, "Stay away. It's my moment."
Yeah.
And
that's right.
Because me coming into the situation, when you're having that success, yeah, as long as you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. You have your thing. That's why you're on expedition. It's not about. I've seen the Sasquatch. I've filmed them. It's not about me getting the experiences. I am learning, and the research is growing and getting better. But it's really, I make that clear with my expeditioners. It's your time. It's your experience. How do you want to do it? How do you feel about it? Because it matters. Because that's what's going to give you great success is following your heart and your love and your passion.
That's right.
And now I guarantee, I'm telling people, that would be a horrifically terrifying thing to happen to 99.99999% of people in the world. Would be terrified to have that happen. And my buddy Stefan, I guarantee you, he would put the light down and he would just do the right thing and enjoy the moment and have his interaction and really, 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 you would make the most of it. And
that's right.
I wish that on you.
Remember, I'm up there. I told you from the very beginning, if we get any video or shots, they're yours.
Sure.
I'm not there to find evidence for the world. If I get something, I don't want to, no offense, I don't want to share it with the world because I don't want some yahoos coming up there to disrupt it.
Yeah.
Some parasites coming up there to destroy everything. Yeah. If I ever do get any sort of evidence or photographs, they're yours, as I said. Do it as you wish, but I won't share it with the world. And again, I hope the listeners don't think, who's this asshole? But
yeah, they do.
For me, I know that's okay. I'm used to it. but again, my thing is, I don't want to. Again, it's selfish, but it's my little journey, my little voyage. I'll share people around me.
Yeah.
But again, I don't need to take photographs and give them to people.
Yeah.
And have them say, well, that's not right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Be chastised, be mocked. Yeah. That's what a lot of the expeditors say. They go, "Why do we even have cameras? Because we're not going to get footage as good as what you've already gotten." And after
that's also it.
After somebody's seen a Sasquatch on expedition that looks just like the ones I've filmed, they're convinced, and they realize too, if they'd have pulled out a camera, they wouldn't have had that sighting. You'd have been dicking around with your camera. You only had 5 or 6 seconds to enjoy that moment, and you lost it. And you damaged that moment. The Sasquatch tested your mettle, and you showed him you're about frivolous cameras and garbage. You weren't there in the moment with him to enjoy that and experience that. And
again, I'm also fully convinced, and again, my theory, nothing to support it or behind it. I'm fully convinced that when we see the Sasquatch, they want us to see them.
Yeah.
If they don't want us to see them, I could be 5 feet from one, and I'll never see it.
Yeah.
I'm fully convinced of that, and I think every time that we've seen something, it's sort of almost a olive branch being given out.
It's a gift.
Hey, it's a gift. You know what? You'll see. Let's go eye to eye for a second, and then we'll move from there.
Right.
Again, where we think of life in a matter of minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. Obviously they think of things in a matter of decades. Their time is so much slower than ours.
Yeah.
So much slower.
And people will never understand that until they get out there like you've been. That's a concept that's very confusing, but time is just, the sun goes up and the sun comes down and you just live based on that. The weather, the wind, the availability of food, it's a totally different, you just eat and sleep. You survive and sleep and be happy. And no appointments, nothing's due, you know what I mean? There's no payment, like the pressure that human beings, it's ridiculous, with all the crap that can go on, all the stresses. The world is human beings are so screwed up, and it's so complicated with the laws and the politics and the damage that we're doing to this beautiful planet. It's very stressful. That's right. I think you got to be blind to not see the damage that we're doing and the stress that we have. And the Sasquatch they're clean. They don't have that conscience. They eat the berries and poop and make more berries. They're connected. So in ways that are just brilliant and amazing. They just know, they get it. They could,
No lying, no deceit, no manipulation.
right. They don't know, they don't understand that.
Life is very simple.
Yeah, beautiful. Actually,
Beautiful. Sorry,
I
that's
think,
correct.
I think,
Not simple. Beautiful.
I think their life is actually deeper and more soulful because they have the chance to focus on that which is really important internally, and their spirituality and their connectivity to the earth and their family. They're allowed to make that everything. That is
That's right.
everything. And with us, it's is my vehicle going to break down? Do I make my payment? How am I doing with my job? And things that are just like so foreign to them, and we're so
That's right.
caught up in it. What's your credit like? Oh my God, your credit's not. Oh, did you make that? All these things that just it's so destructive, and we're so weak because of that lack of focus that it's so clear to me. Even time alone,
We're scattered.
yeah, they're just your focus just gets so clear, and your stress level goes right down and to nothing, especially because they have tremendous abundance in the wilderness. And
They do.
they love being a Sasquatch. They love feeling the earth. They love eating the raw meat. They love when the berries come in, they get excited and go pick them. It's amazing to be a Sasquatch.
Their 65-inch plasma is that valley.
Yeah.
They're looking in that valley. That's their TV. That's their entertainment.
Yeah,
The wind is their Wi-Fi.
yeah.
The squirrels and the birds their telephone. Right?
So yeah, you got it. You absolutely hit it right on the head. Well done.
And it was so true. It was our first expedition. The first couple of days, you kept saying, "Oh, there's going to be action tonight," and I'm like, "Why?" Well, usually it's not this noisy between the squirrels and the birds at night, and there's action going on. And then all of a sudden, it went quiet.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, we're going to have action here."
Yeah.
And that's why it's the communication of every little thing, every living thing there gives off energy.
Yeah.
And when we can't feel it, we ignore it. Obviously, animals that live in the wild like that energy is their communication.
Yeah. It's everything. It's everything.
That's right.
It's all they do. And when you can just get down and it's so foreign to people. And even for me right now, I feel guilty. I haven't had that clarity in so long. I don't know if I can get that clarity this year. Maybe I won't do the radium up top. Maybe I'll just send people that are clean and clear, because I'm really badly damaged good this year. But then again, maybe the Sasquatch will see me that I need help, and maybe I need help more than ever because of the turmoil going on in my life. So I don't know what the answer is. I love being just a student and going out there and just being and let it happen, because there's one I am extremely humble, man. I have so much to learn, and there'll be a time in my life, I think, where I can be wise and share great wisdom, but I'm definitely not there yet, where I just have so much to learn. I have so many levels to get through, and I have teachers that are at those levels, and I've seen those levels. And even I don't know if I could ever achieve that level, but there will be a breaking point someday where I go, okay, this is it. I'm maxed out. I'm not going to learn much more else, but I can really start passing on that wisdom. And it's because of nature in the wilderness. I don't feel like the Sasquatch researcher. You'll see me kind of cringe when I say Sasquatch researcher. I feel like a wilderness researcher. I feel like it's all about if I forget it's not about the wilderness, I'm not going to make it. I'm not gonna survive. It's about everything in the wilderness. When you get back past that first layer of trees and it's nothing but 1,000 miles of bush in every direction until you hit Alaska and Juneau, you better have your game face on, because it's survival of the fittest out there. All the rules are nothing like what you know. Animals will kill you and eat you if you don't have the right energy, if you don't move correctly, if you make mistakes. You will die horribly. We fear monsters for a reason, because if a mountain lion kills you or a grizzly bear gets a hold of you, you are going to meet a monster that will maul you and damage you. And I have seen horror, like real horror. I've seen those beasts work, and man, when they latch onto things, boy, they love what they do. They love the carnage of it, and why shouldn't they? That's their nature. But
exactly,
you gotta have your game face on. You gotta make sure you're not prey when you walk out there. And and even more than that, you gotta make sure you're going the right direction, that you know what you're doing. You start doing circles and you'll die, man. You get lost out there, it's game over. Like, you have to know. I'm not putting blinders on anybody. I've been training you and these other people specifically for years, and you're so freaking knowledgeable. I listen to the things you're saying right now. It's the squirrels and the birds that are communicating. You're right. Everything you're saying, you get it. I'm so proud of you. for what you've learned. I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of you guys.
That's
It's been
all.
such an
That's all
honor.
things you. That's all things you kept saying to me when we were there.
Yeah.
You know, in a situation like that, I think one of the keys that I brought is that everybody else I've been in the wild. They've camped out there. They've tracked out there.
Yeah.
Not me.
No.
I haven't. So I can't interpret what you say.
Yeah.
You know, for me, when you create rules and say things, to me it's gospel. I got to take it because I don't know any better.
Yeah.
You know, it's but other people could say, well, you know, I've been out in the bush and I've never seen that. I don't understand anything. But we were out with somebody. This person was a deer hunter, and he kept contradicting almost everything was being said because he had his deer hunting ways.
Right.
And again, I learned from it. But at the same time, you know, we're not hunting deer. If we're hunting deer, I wouldn't be there. I don't hunt. I don't kill, as you know, right?
Right.
Right. I don't even kill spiders.
Yeah, no,
right?
you don't.
So I'm out there to learn, and that's why I'm not going to listen to somebody, you know, telling me, you know, this is what we do when we deer hunt. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a hunter.
Yeah.
I'm out here to learn from the wilderness, right? And you know, Todd said do this. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
You know? So I want to go home with my family.
Yeah. Well, and it's a clean slate you started with, and now your slate is so ridiculously full. It's amazing. I'm so proud that's just such a wonderful accomplishment to take. I would do that for the rest of my life. Just take people out and teach them about forget about Sasquatch. They're there and it'll come.
Yeah.
But, you know, eating dandelion leaves and finding the terrain where berries will grow that you need to survive, and, you know, the natural happening antibiotics in the wilderness that you can use to take care of your wounds. These things it's magic. It's nature, you know, and we're getting back to organic. We don't want the chemicals anymore. We want to be nature and touch the ground. For God's sake, people are disconnected from the earth so much because they don't walk around barefoot and have that plant energy in them. And it's called grounding. And they're actually telling people to go walk around barefoot for a few hours a day on the grass because they have mental disorders, and it's working and it's fixing them, you know, because we are from nature. You know, I've seen a lot of people that aren't exhibiting those traits anymore because they're so civilized and separated. But a lot of people out there are like you, Stefan. There's a lot of us out there that really need that connectivity, and it enriches us in brilliant ways. And
it does.
I love it.
You know, it's
proud of it.
You know, I can't go out in the wilderness with you and sit 5 feet from you and text back and forth.
No,
you know, that's our
texting. Your phone don't work. Yeah, there's no texting.
Exactly.
There's no phones. People don't carry their watches. They don't need their watches.
No.
In a few hours, in a day or two, I'm going to teach you what time it is, and you're going to know what time it is. You'll always know what time it is.
You know, it comes back to something. I don't want to say this, but Kwan Janin, Grandmaster Tommy Chang, used to always tell me when we came in, and he used to say it every single day for class. He used to say every single day, when you come in this door, you're not rich, you're not poor, you're not a male, you're not a female. Whatever problems you have at work, whatever's going on in your life, leave it at the front door. When you walk in here, the next hour is your vacation. It's your time. Empty your mind, empty your soul.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do when I go up there with you. You know, any problems, issues I have, you know, I leave them in Toronto. Anything else going on, when I get up there, I try to be totally clean, totally empty, no preconceived notions of what's going to happen or whatever happens. What happens, happens. You know, as I said, one of the best days I had was following the deer tracks, which led into the mountain lion tracks, which led into the wolf tracks. You know, that was awesome, right?
Yeah, yeah. That blows me away, people's favorite moment. Somebody goes out and has this incredible Sasquatch sighting, and this incredible event happened. And he tells me about another thing that, you know, it's not even Sasquatch related, was his favorite thing. I'm like, dude, you came out to see a Sasquatch and you saw one. Yeah, but this other moment was just brilliant for me, and it just made my trip. And I so admire that. It's not predictable.
It was an epiphany.
Yeah.
It was an epiphany. Really, for the first time, I actually understood. That opened my eyes to you know, not the beauty of nature. I've already had that, but it was opened my eyes almost to the order of nature. And you know, you can look at it in a book, you can see it on TV, but until you experience it firsthand, you have somebody down there with their fingers pointing to you, showing the depth and the time and the hours and how it's gone. You look around and you're actually living it, and you're like, uh-oh. You know, then we get to a spot. No offense, all of a sudden I see your hand go to your hip, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I just want to get in trouble, but I'm like, you know, I paused. I know it's for a reason, because you've entered a zone where you know could be an ambush area.
Yeah.
Right?
And
stuff like that.
The energy really, there. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, that's the kind of stuff that you take back that also I can share with everybody.
Yeah.
They're not gonna look at me and like, Todd, look, oh, this guy's an idiot. He's talking, trying to tell us about Sasquatch. No, but I can tell them about. I can share about, right? I can share the wolf and then all that stuff. They'll go, wow, that's awesome. That's great. Great
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It's wonderful. Yeah. I had a experience with expeditioners this year where I, I I was a little concerned about my energy and the way I was feeling things. I felt like I was a little bit off for no particular reason. And but then I felt like there was a mountain lion around us, and I told them, and I was prepared for that, and I armed myself for that mountain lion. I was ready, and they were just listening and trusting me. And then when we came back out at the very end of the trail, we saw the mountain lion tracks that were following us. You couldn't see it until we did a full circle and came back, and right at the beginning of the trail, there were the mountain lion tracks. And yeah, it was like I was on today, guys. And to say that is brave. To tell people there's a mountain lion right now, and you can't hear it, you can't smell it. I just knew it was there. I could feel that energy, and I felt like it was a young cat. And guess what? It was like a 4-year-old mountain lion out of his territory that was, just starving and stalking whatever he could get. But and I could feel his energy banging on mine, if that makes sense. I knew he was
I do.
testing my mettle, and I knew I had to be like, I had to put big energy, and I had to put a weapon in my arms to build the confidence in myself to send out that energy that you don't come over here because this is dangerous for you, and I had to give him that energy. And then after that, and I went back and we confirmed it was a mountain lion. My confidence went up, and I started having way better success after that. I needed that because it was probably too because I hadn't been out much that year, and I was just really starting the expeditions. And even me with 1,000+ days backcountry and wilderness, all that I've done, you gotta that confidence and building it up and having that right energy. It's very complex, very, very
See,
complex.
I don't remember this because it was a small thing in our day, but to me it was another big, sort of, epic part of our day.
Mm-hmm.
As we were walking in one path we had been to before, I think it was Daniel, myself, and you,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden you stopped and you said, black bear.
Yeah.
And we didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you knew it was there, but we couldn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But probably like 10 minutes later, remember I was walking by myself, like I always do, off in the bush a little bit more. I just found I get more action there. And I said, I'm like, there's a black bear about 150 meters over here, parallel, walking with us.
Yeah.
And you had called it just like minutes before it happened. Well, probably 10 minutes before it happened, you had called it.
Yeah.
And I remember you were like, I'm going to have to haze it. And I know what you said, I'm going to have to haze that bear, something like that.
Yeah.
You called it hazing?
Yeah, that's
you
right.
Said, you said, I'm going to have to haze that bear. If it gets too close to us, I'll have to haze it.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, what's hazing? What do you mean by hazing it? Can they make a drink?
No. It's a wildlife officer technique. I don't really want to talk about that stuff, but
No, I know. I
don't like teaching.
Sort of,
but that was see that day though. I was really on. That was a good day. Just sometimes I just feel a little off. When I'm on, it's a wonderful, it's a magical feeling, and there's really no. It's energy, It's feelings, and I've never been able to feel a Sasquatch track where I felt it in my heart. I can feel them when they come around sometimes, but a trackway or a specific energy, it's been hard. But then again, though, but clearly something is going on because too many times I've found trackways that are impossible, and there's something deeper that I haven't been able to feel yet, and it's a little frustrating because real trackers, like native trackers, they can pick up a Sasquatch trail at 200 yards. They go, oh, there's a Sasquatch trail right over there. And they don't even want to go over there because the energy is they call it like white light. Like the energy is so powerful. And I haven't been able to get to that level yet. And I'm excited to do it because I've seen trackers do it two trackers specifically tell me, I'm not going over there. Why? There's a Sasquatch walked right across that trail like today. And I have to go spend 6 hours looking. They bail on me, and I go spend 6 hours to substantiate that. But they were right, and exactly where they said it was there, and I go figured it out to show that they really know, and there's and understanding too that the Sasquatch are such a powerful spiritual being. They're so powerful. They're at such a high level that they would. The theory of it is it makes sense that they would leave powerful energy behind. That somebody acute enough to pick that up, somebody hypersensitive enough to feel that, would have tremendous success, and I'd love to be able to get up to that level. So I'm working on it. I'm a student of many things. So
that's right. I remember that because, I was standing on top of the tracks and you and Andy were like, Steph, it's right there. I'm like looking at it going, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Don't step on the track. We'll smack you.
That's right. That's right, exactly. There's that one last little story. I don't want to get too far off track, but the first time we were doing the exhibition, remember I thought off in the bush, I could swear I saw a Sasquatch staring at us. And so we went up there to look at it, and you said, nope, that was a deer. And you saw its bum looking this way.
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? You said, look down. I looked down the tracks, and there was a deer following us.
Yeah.
Right where I saw a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
You had said that deer had turned and looked at us and then turned the other direction with the other direction.
Yeah.
And the footprints told the story.
Yeah.
And what I saw looking at us was its butt.
Yeah.
But about 30 feet from there, we're talking, what did Andy find? An old footprint.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe we're feeling the energy of it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? But it's just a small thing. Like why did we, you didn't lead me over there.
No.
I stopped us in the middle of the thing, and I think I saw a Sasquatch, which I didn't. It was a false sighting.
Yeah.
But we went there. What did we find? It was a pretty big. Well, Andy found, found another footprint.
Yeah.
The guy's a footprint magnet.
Yeah, he is. It's impressive. Well, I love that too, right? And just when somebody has that natural ability, well, Andy is just so spiritual and so connected, and he's such a what a beautiful soul that guy is. Like he's actually he's somebody I say this with great reverence, like that's beautiful, like John Betternagel, like just a deep, wonderful. You didn't meet John Betternagel, but Andy is so much like that, where it's just I would trust Andy. If somebody doesn't like Andy, just don't even come near me because you're not going to like me. If you don't think that's a great man, just stay away from me because.
well, again, as I said, Andy and I have the exact opposite beliefs on almost everything. But the guy's my hero.
He is.
And, I'd spend a week with him again, no problem.
Yeah.
And that's because of his soul, who he is.
We'll get him back out. I'll tell him you're coming. We'll see what happens. So.
Yeah, we'll go back out because I need him to find me to validate what I see and do.
Yeah. That's right. All right, we're going to end this for now, though. I'm going to have to make this.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to have to make this into 2 parts because this is like 2 hours of conversing here. Holy crap, impressive. So
you'll have to edit out all our ridiculousness.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna let it roll. I love it. So,
okay, cool.
Okay.
My friend, thank you very much, and we'll
welcome.
chat later, and we will set a date when I can come visit you again.
I look forward to it.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it.
Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.